Hi there, and welcome to this bonus episode of the Gazette's Hockey Inside Out show. I'm Stu Cowan of the Gazette, joined by my regulars here, former Canadiens teammates and Stanley Cup champs, Chris Nyland and Rick Green. Rick, you're a former defenseman. The Canadiens recently decided to send Logan Mailloux back to Laval in his first in 4 games in Laval. He has 3 goals and 6 assists for 9 points, almost like he's advanced beyond that league. Were you surprised to see them send him down?
Well, yes and no. I mean, I like the way he was playing. He's a good-sized kid that, still trying to figure out how to play at the NHL level. And I think there's some question marks in Struble and Barron as far as just whether or not they're going to be consistent contributors at the NHL level, and whether or not the rumors are real when they're looking at possibly making some trades. But Mailloux, I think, has a future. Obviously, he's making it happen at the American League, but I think that he can probably contribute pretty well at the NHL level also, because he has some really good skills and good size, and he has some grit and mobility, and he's the kind of guy that you like to have there on the blue line. So I don't think we've heard the end of him. I think that he's deserved, and he's obviously using the opportunity to excel at the American League level to find his way back to the NHL.
Knuckles, were you surprised seeing him go down?
Listen, what were they going to do? Send Abba down again?
Well, I'm starting to wonder, because Xhekaj was sort of nailed to the bench for the last 10 minutes or whatever of that game against Calgary. You start wondering what's going to happen with him moving forward.
Yeah, and honestly, you send him down, I think you lose him. It's a shame, because I think he's a little lost. He's got to really he got to go out there and play with reckless abandon and don't give a shit what the coach does or this or that. And I think what's happened with him is he's in his head a little bit, and he just got to go play the way you played in junior. Don't care. And if you're going down, go down swinging. Don't go down softly. And Mailloux, he struggled at times when he was up here. He did too. He wasn't the only one. Matter of fact, a lot of defensemen struggle because of the system in their own end, forwards and defensemen. So you could pluck any one of those guys out and say, listen, you're out of the lineup tonight. You didn't play well. Not like they're all lighting it up. You got Matheson, you got Hudson. You need them for the power play and the offense. I get it. They can drive stuff from the back end. But those other guys, you're going to see mistakes. You're going to see missed assignments from all of them. And I just think it was his turn. I think if they sent Abba down, they think, well, we send him down, we're going to lose him.
And Justin Barron, I mean, the waivers thing, right? That's sort of his friend now, right? They're afraid they're going to lose him. Rick, when you were coaching, were you in those situations where there was guys on waivers and like, okay, man, we'd like to send him down, but we can't, and you're sort of stuck with guys, or how does that factor in?
Yeah, there's always those type of situations where what you have is what you have to work with. And as a coach, you have to understand that you have to make that guy better and be the best he can be. And as soon as you're struggling in that department, again, you can only bring the players so far. But one thing about defensemen is you can teach defense, you can teach positioning. And, I always try to strive the importance of making sure that all shooters are challenged from the top of the circle in. You don't take a passive approach. And I just look at the goal in overtime as quickly as it did play out. And, Matheson giving the opportunity for him to shoot versus challenging him stick on stick. And I see that not just in that particular situation, but I'm in their overall defensive zone play, that the defense are not aggressive enough to attack the shooters. They hope that they're going to block the shot, so they get themselves in between, pucks go by, and it's either a goal or a good scoring chance. But I think, looking at some of these young D, you need to work closely with them. And, you mentioned about Arbor being a quality kid with his heart in the right place. He's got to play. He's got to play in situations where he's going to develop. He's going to get his confidence back. It's not going to happen overnight, but he has the tools, and we've seen it before. The way he performed, he's able to handle it. But you can't put these young guys in and out of the lineup and give them 12 minutes a game or 14 minutes a game. Gets in your head, and you can't play the game without confidence. And it's always a challenge to work with these individuals and try and find the best way to handle them and get them to perform. But that's coach's job, and you have your work cut out. Sometimes it's easier than not, but you have to work with them and try and bring them along, and that's satisfying as a coach if you can see the improvement.
If the Canes did decide they wanted to move on from Arbor, Chris, I imagine there'd be quite a few other teams in the NHL interested in getting him.
Oh yeah, they could get another draft pick and have 13 next year instead of 12.
Well, that's it for this Hockey Inside Out Show bonus episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the Hockey Inside Out YouTube channel. Go to MontrealGazette.com/newsletters to sign up for the Hockey Inside Out newsletter. And you can go to HockeyInsideOut.com every day, where you'll get all the latest Canadiens news. Also, if you have a bonus question you'd like us to answer in a future episode, please put it in the comment section below. We always like to hear from you. Talk to you again soon.